Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. I am the Chall, and today Chall Chats Theme Parks, and we have a news update this week from Busch Gardens Williamsburg, and this is on the refurbishment, the confirmation of the refurbishment of one of their oldest and most iconic roller coasters, the Loch Ness Monster. So we're going to be sharing with you the park statement. We're going to share with you my initial predictions as to what this could mean, and also share my thoughts on this refurbishment project. So before we get started, make sure you do like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell to know this YouTube video. And for now, guys, let's talk about Busch Gardens Williamsburg's refurbishment project for 2024 with the Loch Ness Monster. So the park statement officially states the following. The world's first interlocking loop coaster celebrates 46 years at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, most iconic attraction with a full renovation and restoration in 2024, including all new thematic and experimental elements. Continually rated by a favourite as a park guest, this classic interlocking double looping steel roller coaster gives guests a peek at Scotland's most infamous serpent. The Loch Ness Monster opened in 1978 and is a registered landmark with the American Coaster Enthusiasts Organisation. Exciting details regarding Loch Ness Monster's new 2024 enhancements will be announced soon. So they're manufactured by Arrow and designed by Ron Toomer. This roller coaster opened on June 1978 and was the first roller coaster in the world to feature interlocking loops, and is actually the only one remaining in the world to feature this element, with the other two being the defunct Orient Express at Worlds of Fun and Lightning Loops at Six Flags Great Adventure. Both of those rides also manufactured by Arrow Dynamics. Now then, we know that there's been pictures of track being delivered. Now, in terms of who I think will be doing this, it looks like it's going to be S&S Worldwide, because of course the company have the option to offer its services to maintain nostalgic aerodynamics rides and attractions, and with the new trains a few years ago coming from S&S Worldwide, the major guess is that that company will be the one involved. So let's share my thoughts then on the refurbishment of the Loch Ness Monster. Overall, for me, I think it's a fantastic idea. I think it's a fantastic project. I think Busch Gardens Williamsburg are really pushing this at the moment. I think that, for me, it's going to be very interesting to see what Busch Gardens Williamsburg do in terms of thematic elements. Are they going to include a storyline with this? Are they going to push a new storyline with this? Are they going to push more storyline elements into the landscape of the ride itself? Obviously, with S&S involved in this, it's obviously great to see S&S handling these nostalgic Arrow attractions. And it's good to see a 46-year-old roller coaster getting nostalgia work. Obviously, we know here in the UK that Nemesis has been receiving an extensive refurbishment at Alton Towers. We know season by season for the last few seasons, the big one at Blackpool Pleasure Beach has received retracking from Pfizer. So I think that, Blackpool Pleasure Beach doing some work with the big one over the years has been great. I think that with other parks doing work on their attractions over the years has been fantastic as well. Obviously, Alton Towers keeping air fresh with the Galactica theme, even though I think it should be time that air came back in a new way, but that's just my personal opinion. So I think that this 46-year-old attraction getting an extensive refurbishment and some enhancements added to it and some new elements added to it, I think is a fantastic, brilliant decision by the park. Now then, what I think they could do in terms of storyline, I think they've got a few suggestions here. I think that, for me, I think Busch Gardens Williamsburg could really add the level of detail in the storyline. It could be an idea that the Loch Ness Monster has travelled all this way to Williamsburg, Virginia to infest its local waters. And it could be a case of you are on board the Loch Ness Monster and you are riding the legend, if that's what I mean, if that's what you mean. Because it seems like the branding from the social media behind posting about this refurbishment is the legend lives on. So it seems like they're really pushing the kind of legend lives on, the legend still alive storyline, which I think could play on to the thematic elements they could include. I would like to see, maybe on the official announcement for what's going to happen, I'd maybe like to see the park do what I knew, and obviously we know what parks do for new announcements for new coasters. They like to use this kind of like animation software. Comment down below what the animation software is, because I'd quite like to see what that's all about. But we know when parks announce new attractions, I think Kentucky Kingdom used Planet Coaster for Kentucky Flyer, but everyone's got their means. But I know that Six Flags Parks definitely use this animation software where it's kind of like an AI thing, if you will, from the looks of it anyway. and it sort of reimagines the park in this kind of animated virtual landscape with the new attraction. I'd like to see Busch Gardens Williamsburg maybe use that style of software to AI this reimagined Loch Ness with the storyline elements. You know, maybe give you some hints and clues as to what you can experience. So I'm sure all those details will be announced soon anyway. It did say the exciting details will be announced in due course. So obviously we're going to be waiting on those details. But I'm really excited about this. It's a bucket list coaster in terms of historic, classic roller coasters to experience in the world. It's a coaster I want to experience for a long, long time. In 2024, it'd be so great to get out there to do the press work for the opening day of the refurbished Loch Ness Monster and get to ride this for the first time. So it'd be great to experience that and be involved in all of that. But I think the Busch Gardens Williamsburg, what they're doing here, rather than just demolishing it, they're doing this work on it to keep the generations coming and flocking into this attraction. And I think that's always a great thing from a theme park point of view. So I'm really, really excited as to what Busch Gardens Williamsburg is going to do with this to really improve and upgrade the experience from an off-ride and an on-ride point of view. Obviously, like I said, yeah, the recent trains from S&S a few years ago give hints that that's going to be the manufacturer of this refurbishment. And with the track pieces that we've seen being delivered as well, it seems like S&S is going to be involved in this. So I wouldn't assume anything but S&S at this point. So, thank you very much, guys, for watching this video. Make sure you do like, comment, subscribe. And for now, I am the CHALL. Ta-ra for now.